running water, electricity, and a real home. Having spent most of her life in Venezuela's slums, these are luxuries that Ana Silva could only dream of before.
When I got this apartment, I just couldn't believe it. I thought my eyes were deceiving me. I'm thankful to this government for helping people like me.
She was able to move her family into this home thanks to a housing program established under President Hugo Chavez. It's one of the many projects that has earned him tremendous popular support among the poor, but alienated him from other voters. The latter have turned out in droves to vote for Enrique Capriles, a wealthy businessman and a free market advocate who is pushing for more private enterprise and investment. Critics fear that he would bring an end to Venezuela's 21st century socialism.
So what we're looking at is an ongoing effort by the old Venezuelan ruling class to turn back the clock. He represents the past. He represents an attempt to move Venezuela away from a path that focuses its attention on reducing inequality, reducing poverty.
But whether Chavez has addressed that in the best way remains a question. Oil dollars haven't helped bring down the crime rate, one of the worst in the world, while unemployment and a stagnating economy has turned many away from El Comandante.
Today, Venezuela has corruption, deficits. We are some of the poorest people. We want change.
Chavez has been accused of authoritarianism, suppressing the courts, and silencing critics in the press.
Another burning issue in the country is the quality of employment among the poor. The government does implement measures to support them, but there are no jobs for those in the deepest poverty. They receive government subsidies, but there isn't enough investment, both government and private, to actually provide them with well-paid jobs, instead of just giving financial aid.
Yet for the long-neglected residents of Venezuela's slums, free services may just trump over freedom. This is Venezuela's Barrio Petare, the largest slum in all of Latin America. For decades, the thousands of Venezuelans who lived here had no access to any sort of medical care. That is until a Chavez social program to open clinics like this one. Here, Venezuelans get access to doctor's checkups, medical services, free medicine, all for free.
Here, they helped me a lot, thank God. And this clinic has helped a lot of people and a lot of children here. Thank you to Chavez. He's done a lot for us. These missions are just incredible.
These are illegal settlements. The shacks and buildings are poorly built, and for decades, infrastructure was virtually non-existent. Most are sprawled across the steep hills surrounding Caracas. Now, for people living up in those slums or barrios, there used to be no way to get down to the city to find work or go to school. Simply walking down those hills used to take about an hour and a half. There used to be no public transportation until President Hugo Chavez built these cable cars, a literal lifeline for Venezuela's poor. Life in the slums may have improved, but the country still has a long way to go. Voters have grown frustrated with declining wages and scarce job prospects, and reversing these trends in the next 6 years won't be easy. Lucy Kafanov, RT, Caracas, Venezuela.